Picture yourself, 8:30 on a Monday morning in 1974. Your grey shorts itching against your legs, your satchel heavy on your shoulder. You push through the school doors and it hits you, that smell. Floor polish sharp enough to make your eyes water, mixed with cabbage already boiling in the kitchen for dinner 4 hours away. Your stomach drops, not because you don't want to be here, but because you know what's coming. Assembly on the hard floor, hymns you'll sing whether you know the words or not, dinner you'll be forced to finish, PE in your underwear if you've forgotten your kit. This wasn't just school, this was survival, a shared ordeal that every British child in the 1970s lived through together. If you remember it, these 10 moments will hit you exactly where it hurts. Number 1. Sitting cross-legged on the parquet floor for morning assembly. 9 o'clock, every single morning, the whole school filing into the hall, sitting down cross-legged on wooden parquet that was freezing in winter, sticky in summer. The headmaster at his lectern, 20 minutes minimum. Your legs went numb, your bum ached, your foot fell asleep, and you'd hobble out like an old man when it finally ended. Then the piano, the teacher attacking the keys slightly out of tune, always too loud. Morning has broken because Cat Stevens had made it famous. Everyone singing, half mumbling the words. All things bright and beautiful, with that line about the rich man in his castle that got quietly dropped by the end of the decade. And Autumn Days, the absolute banger. Jet planes meeting in the air to be refueled. You belted it out because that line was brilliant, and you had no idea why. The Lord's Prayer at the end. Our Father, who art in heaven. Everyone reciting by rote, not thinking, just saying it. Hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. You had no idea what half of it meant. You just knew the words. Today's assemblies are shorter. Chairs instead of floors. Optional for some. We've gained comfort, but we lost that morning ritual. That whole school saying the same words at the same time, connected whether we liked it or not. Number 2. The smell that hit you the second you walked in. You didn't need to see the school. You smelled it first. Floor polish, chemical and sharp. Boiled cabbage from the kitchen. That metallic smell of wet wool coats in the cloakroom when it rained. It lived in your nostrils all day, soaked into your clothes. Your mum could tell you'd been at school just from the smell when you walked in at home time. Modern schools smell clean. Sanitizer, new carpet. Nothing offensive, nothing memorable, but that 1970s school smell, that's burned into your brain forever. One whiff of floor polish today and you're back there. 8 years old, standing in that corridor, waiting for the bell. Number 3. Peter and Jane and their desperately boring lives. I like Peter. Peter likes Jane. The Ladybird keywords reading scheme. Little books with levels, 1A, 1B, 1C. You climb them like a ladder. Peter and Jane had a dog, a ball, a red book and a blue book. They liked things. That was it. That was the excitement. The pictures showed a world that didn't match yours. Clean, bright, perfect. But you read them anyway, because that's how you learned. And moving up a level, that mattered. You take your new book home, show your mum, feel proud. Some kids flew through them. Others stuck on one for months, struggling with those same simple words, while the rest of the class moved on. Today's reading books have adventure, characters who do things, stories that grip. But everyone in Britain learned from Peter and Jane. That shared experience of those two incredibly dull children that connected us. Number 4. Doing PE in your vest and pants because you forgot your kit. The horror, the absolute shame. You'd forgotten your black plimsolls, your shorts, that little drawstring bag that should have been hanging on your peg. You'll do it in your underwear then. No discussion, no phone call home, no sitting out. You stripped down to your vest and pants in front of everyone and did PE. The whole floor freezing under your bare feet, your knees going red, everyone seeing your pants. If they were embarrassing ones your nan had bought, even worse. It was meant to teach you responsibility. Make sure you never forgot again. It worked. Today that would cause outrage, safeguarding meetings, parents threatening legal action. But back then, it was just what happened. Humiliating. Absolutely. Effective. You never forgot your kit again. Number 5. School dinners and the clean plate club. The queue, your plastic tray, still damp. The dinner ladies in white tabards and hairnets, spooning food whether you wanted it or not. No choice. No alternatives. Spam fritters, liver and onions, grey and rubbery. The texture of an old shoe. Cheese flan, dense as concrete, mashed potato in a perfect dome, served with an ice cream scoop, and you ate it, all of it. The Clean Plate Club wasn't a suggestion. Teachers stood over you. You're not leaving until that's finished. You'd sit there, everyone else playing outside, forcing down cold liver, trying not to gag, fighting tears, then pudding. If you were lucky, chocolate concrete, hard, crunchy, The best thing ever, pink custard poured over it. Manchester tart with its layers of pastry, jam, custard, coconut, that cherry on top. If you were unlucky, tapioca, frog spawn, little translucent balls in milk that slid down your throat, or semolina, wallpaper paste with a blob of jam you'd swirl through trying to make it bearable. School dinners today are about choice, dietary requirements, making sure children enjoy eating. We've gained kindness, but we lost that shared trauma, that memory of forcing down food you hated because you had no choice. Number 6. The Nit Nurse and the envelope of shame. She arrived without warning. Set up in a side room, the Nit Nurse with her fine-toothed metal comb and her cold expression. You lined up, terrified. She combed through your hair, section by section. You felt the metal scraping your scalp, held your breath, prayed she wouldn't find anything. If she did, you got the envelope sealed to take home to your mum. Everyone knew what that envelope meant. The shame was crushing. You'd failed at something basic. Your mum would wash your hair in foul, smelling medicated shampoo, comb through it for hours while you sat there wanting to disappear. Nits didn't care how clean you were. They just spread. But it felt personal, like you'd done something wrong. Today's approach is calmer, less stigma, more understanding. But that fear of the Nit Nurse, that sealed envelope, that was real. And it was awful. Number 7. Chalk, dust, and flying blackboard rubbers. The teacher wrote on the blackboard. White chalk, yellow chalk. The screech when it hit the board wrong. Everyone wincing. By the end of the day, the teacher's hands were covered in chalk dust. It was in their hair, on their clothes, in the air, and if you weren't paying attention, if you were whispering to your mate or staring out the window, the blackboard rubber came flying. A solid wooden block with felt on one side, it sailed across the room, hit you in the chest, bounced off your desk. You didn't complain. You'd been caught. You deserved it. On Friday afternoons, if you'd been good, you got to clean the board. Bang the rubbers together outside. Clouds of white dust everywhere. Today, that teacher would be sacked. Whiteboards replaced chalk. Projectors replaced the board. It's cleaner, safer, better. Number 8. The nature table nobody really understood. Back of the classroom. A table covered in whatever the season offered. Autumn meant conkers, acorns, leaves in reds and golds. Maybe a horse chestnut still in its spiky case. Spring brought sticky buds. Daffodils in jam jars. Water going cloudy after 3 days. Some keen boy brought in a snakeskin. Everyone crowded round, touched it, fascinated and disgusted. It wasn't a lesson. The teacher didn't really teach from it. It was just there, teaching you to notice things, to see that the world outside changed, that nature had patterns. You'd bring your own finds. Perfect conker. A feather. Proud when the teacher added it to the display. Modern classrooms are focused, curriculum-driven. Targets and outcomes. The nature table feels old-fashioned, pointless maybe, but it taught you to observe, to care about small things, to find beauty in a sticky bud, and somehow that mattered.